Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Have you ever come to Orlando and you're the person that has to make all the dining plans, all the fast passes, get all the tickets? Well, we have a service that can help you do this. This is the best service. They are themeparkconcierge.com. You can call them up at 407-257-9973. Tell them your plans. They'll send you a little profile, get some information about you and your traveling party, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. And then they can set up a custom plan for you. And they'll take you around the parks. They'll make the dining plans. They'll get the fast passes. They'll take you to Walt Disney World. They'll take you to Universal. They'll take you to Busch Gardens, to SeaWorld, to Legoland, to all of those places. And they will do all of the work for you. Contact them at themeparkconcierge.com. Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Ramon VIP Concierge, or email them at ramon@themeparkconcierge.com. I am telling you, you will not be disappointed. And if you tell them the Disney Parks Podcast sent you, you'll get 10% off your order.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. We have a good show. We're going to be talking about the Eat to the Beat concert lineup. That Disney announced that this past week.
Yep.
With the extended 475 days worth of, all that craziness. Very excited though. Great lineup.
Yeah, they got like, what was it, 8 new acts this year.
Well, they had to. They had several.
Well, they
more
extended
weeks.
it. Yeah, they extended it like forever.
Yeah. Well, for the first time in forever.
Yeah, it's like starting in June and it'll end in like January.
Right. So why don't you go down? You have the list in front of you?
Yeah.
Why don't you go down? Let's go through like the first few, and let's talk about them.
Okay. First one up is Delta Ray.
I don't know much about Delta Ray.
Yeah, neither do I. New is the Hooters.
The Hooters.
Hooters.
Now, what was their big song that they've got?
And we danced.
And we danced. Da 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 da.
Yep.
That'd be interesting.
The Baha Men.
Who let the dogs out? Who? Did they have any other songs?
I don't think so.
I don't either. So that ought to be fascinating.
Yes. After they sing that song, then sleep because you got nothing else.
Well, I mean, it's so funny, especially when you have those one-hit wonder bands.
Yeah, sure.
You're like, what do you?
There's a lot of them on this list.
What are you gonna sing after that?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
You could sing the Star Spangled Banner for all I care.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you got Fuel, and their song was Shimmer. I don't know who.
Fuel's got a couple of hits at least, and they'll probably fill time with something.
Yeah. Okay. Then next up is a fan favorite, the Starship, starring Mickey Thompson.
Is it Thompson or Thomas? Mickey Thomas.
Yeah.
Mickey Thomas. Yeah, that's a good show. They always, when I went, a couple times I've seen them, they always start with Jane. Everybody's got their cowbells. He's a fan favorite. He's been coming to. He's been coming a long time. He's been coming a long time, so it's kind of neat. They're a great band. Always get the crowd going.
Yeah. Next up is a new one.
Who's new?
Lauren Alaina. Now, if you don't know the name, she was on The Voice, and she won on Blake's team. I actually have a couple of her songs from iTunes.
Really?
On iTunes, yeah, when she was on. Country singer. And her song they sang is Road Less Traveled. I think that was probably one of her first songs that she did after she, won The Voice.
Right.
And got famous.
So there's a lot of controversy, I think, with The Voice, because unlike its predecessor, American Idol, they don't usually go on to be big stars. I mean, granted, once you get past, Carrie Underwood, and who was the first American? Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Pickler, who didn't win but is very famous.
Yeah, you start getting into
Yeah, it's different. Here's where I watch The Voice until they get to the battle thing, because I think that's stupid. You're making a judge pick one. I don't think it should be picked by the judge. I think it should be picked by the crowd.
Right.
And then, because they're picking somebody that they think will win, I think it should be somebody that the audience wants to see win. And then I usually don't watch again until the last show. I wanted to see who wins then. And it's kind of almost the same thing with America's Got Talent. After you've seen all the acts, there's like 4 or 5 rounds of playoffs.
Right.
Well, I don't want to see them over and over again. It's boring.
You know what I find funny about it?
I've seen their thing, and that's it.
What I find really funny about it is America's Got Talent, The Voice. They're all NBC Universal properties.
Yeah.
Why are they not at NBC?
In a park.
Universal.
Yeah.
At a Universal park.
Yeah.
Why
American Idol was at the Hollywood Studios, and they don't even own it.
Right. Exactly. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What else we got?
Next up is the Plain White Tees. Hey there, Delilah.
Yeah, they've been here a few times.
Yeah.
This is like their third or fourth time.
They're not new. Another fan favorite is Sister Hazel.
Oh my God, it's Rick Howard weekend, and I love Sister Hazel. They're a Florida band. They didn't have many hits, big hits, but they've got.
Why don't we get like Florida Georgia line?
Yeah. They didn't have many big hits, but they have a lot of songs that you know.
Yeah.
But they're just great, and their hazelnuts follow them around, and
is that what they call them, the hazelnuts?
Yeah, hazelnuts. Yeah. They just know how to
hazelnuts, parrot heads.
Yeah, they just really know how to put on a really, really good show for 30 minutes, and then they do different stuff. Last couple times I saw them, they were doing like, I think they only do like 4, 5, 6 songs, so only like a half hour.
Yeah.
And like one of the songs is a cover. They've covers.
Some bands do like a whole set of just covers.
Yeah.
And throw in a couple then of their, their one-hit wonder stuff.
That'll be the Baha Men. The Baha Men will do like, cover of, Sinatra tunes.
Yeah, probably something stupid.
And then they'll probably do, okay, here's going to be our hits.
Then next up you got Air Supply. I'm all out of love.
Yeah, I didn't get to see them last year, so I'm really excited they're coming back because I get to see them.
And next up is David Cook. I think this person was on The Voice too. No,
he was an American Idol.
An American Idol.
Yeah, he was an American Idol winner.
Yep. Then you got Everclear, not the liquor.
It's the only time you can ever see or get Everclear in Epcot.
Yes.
What's their song listed?
Santa Monica.
I don't know that song.
I don't know it either.
I'll have to look it up.
Then you got Sugar Ray.
Every
morning.
Sugar Ray's a big deal.
Yeah,
he comes every year. Yes. The band comes every year. And Mark McGrath is just...
He kicks it.
It's his element.
Yeah.
He's doing real well with it.
Yeah. The ladies. If you watch the audience, it's primarily women. There's very few men in the Sugar Ray audience.
Okay.
If they are, it's a guy with a beard just there because his wife made him go.
Right.
That's really what it is.
And he's just nodding your head going, did you guys do the theme song for... Yeah. No, that was Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right.
I got nothing.
38 Specials coming back.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on loosely. Don't let it get... Southern Rockers. Yep. Love that. That's good.
We got a new band then coming up. Mark Willis.
It's Mark Wills.
Mark Wills, sorry.
Okay.
19-something. I don't know.
So Mark Wills is from where I grew up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I've known of Mark for a long time. I met him a while ago. You would know me from Adam's House Cat. But Mark's from where I grew up, my old stomping grounds in Georgia. He's really good friends with another friend of mine. And then he just got famous. And he never really not Garth Brooks famous, but he got really famous doing that. So it's good that he'll be there. Right. That'd be good to see him.
After that, you got the American Authors. They're new to the list.
Now, what's their song?
Best Day of My Life.
It's the best day of my life. My life. I
don't know.
They're famous because their song got picked up for one of the commercials that hit.
Oh yeah.
That'd be good.
Yes,
that'd be a nice poppy.
right.
That'd be a nice pop concert. That'd be fun.
And then they're going back in the archives to Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross, man, solid. Sailing's good. Ride Like the Wind, theme from Arthur.
Yeah.
I had his very first album. He won a Grammy Award for. He's one of those guys that got famous and then only had like a couple of big hits and then just, did not do that much with it. Yeah. So, oh well.
Another new person to the list is Dee Von Allmen, and his song is Raggedy and Dirty.
Wow.
All right.
Go Disney. Don't know him at all.
Can we see a copy of those lyrics, please, Mr. Dee Von?
Well, I mean, it's funny.
I am sure they do. I mean, ask for it.
One of the bands that's still yet to be announced has got some lyrics too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Then you got Taylor Dayne is returning.
Nice.
Yep.
I saw her a couple years ago. I mean, she's okay. She's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, not my cup of tea either. I saw her too.
What was her big song?
Tell It to My Heart.
Tell It to My Heart.
Yeah. I can't say I saw her. I was in the area getting a drink or something or food. And I like,
oh look, it's Taylor Dayne.
Terrific.
Where's
the exit?
Where's the Jim Stagg red Stag ice cream sundae?
Then we got Jeffrey Osborne. On the Wings of Love. That's all I can think.
No, that's pretty good. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Osborne's cool. He's had a few hits. That'd be good.
Yep. After that, somebody new. It's the Postmodern Jukebox.
Oh, this is going to be so good that you're going to love this. So Postmodern Jukebox, they got famous. You remember when Megan Traylor had the "I'm all about that bass, no treble."
Yeah.
So Postmodern Jukebox was putting out covers of songs on YouTube.
Oh.
And they were doing live gigs as well. What they do is they take popular songs and put them in the context of the 30s, 40s, like swing band, upright bass, sultry lead singer girl. They all got zoot suits on.
Oh, wow.
It's really cool.
Like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
In the look, but their sound is, like if you can, that song all about that bass, you have that kind of but it's like doo doo doo, I'm all about that bass.
That might be interesting.
No, it's really, it's going to be a far better concert than you would think. I'm looking forward to that one. That's one I got really excited about.
Then you got another new one following up to that, and it's the 10,000 Maniacs.
10,000 Maniacs, man.
Because the night. Because tonight.
When you were like me and you were coming of age in the 90s, 10,000 Maniacs was huge.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. Right after I speak in the house, we'll get into that. So Hall of Presidents. It's gonna be huge.
And then next up is Toad the Wet Sprocket.
They've been back. This is what, the second or third year?
Yeah, they've been around.
That'd be good for them.
I think they come and go.
Yeah. It's a good crowd for them. Everybody comes to Epcot, has a couple cocktails, goes sits and watches Toad.
And then the next one, I think, will be the most popular one. Well, maybe second popular one. Kenny G.
Oh, okay. So little history about Parkhopper John.
Oh boy.
When I was
a young Kenny
junior,
G?
bite me, a junior senior in high school. Okay. I went to a couple of camps that University of Georgia put on, and one year, Kenny G's Songbird came out.
Yeah.
The song was boring. The problem was his album that was on was really, really good, and the musicians that he had in his band were phenomenal. And he put out like a live concert. And like his bass player is amazing, and I was playing in a band, and everybody in the band secretly was really gushing over Kenny G. Not because it's Kenny G, but because the musicians in his band was so good. So when Kenny stopped playing and cut his band loose during a live concert, oh my God, it was great. And so I'm excited, not necessarily to see Kenny G play saxophone out of the side of his face.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see who's in his band.
Oh,
I'd be excited.
Maybe he's not going to bring one. Maybe it'll just be him.
Oh, no. He'll have a live band.
And maybe
just too much.
Play the auto tunes or something.
Nah, he'll have.
Because then he's got to, split the cut with them.
That'll be fine. I mean, I'm sure it won't be a big full, 10-piece band like he had, but I'm sure it'll be a live band.
Right. And also returning again is Billy Ocean. Get out of my dreams.
He had that one.
To my call.
And he had a ballad, didn't he?
Yeah, probably.
He had a few songs back in the 80s.
Yeah. Returning again, She Must Love It, Tiffany. I think we're alone now.
She's another one that came out and she told some stories.
Yeah.
And then she did covers.
Oh, cool.
She did a couple of her songs, a cover, and then she did a couple more of her songs, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it was great.
I think Aljon and Kristen know her.
That's right. Yeah.
So maybe they'll come and maybe we can go backstage and
my wife would lose
Tiffany.
her mind if she met Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have met her in one of the malls she was at when she was a kid. She was in every single mall over the country.
Yeah, but you couldn't walk up and talk to her, I'm sure.
No. Returning again is Bop with some hop.
Yeah, my wife loves
Hanson.
that band. Wife loves that band, so.
They didn't turn out too bad. I thought they were going to be losers as adults, but
they put on a decent show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's they're decent musicians.
Yeah.
But they have to play bop. I'm sure they're like sick of it.
Yeah. Well, now that they have a beer, hop, they're probably not so bad.
Probably drunk.
Yeah, right. New after that is Blue October, and their famous song is Into the Ocean.
I don't know. I know
nothing about them.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Returning again is Living Color, the Cult of Personality.
Oh my God! Let me tell you, man. When I got to see them at Epcot, first time I've ever seen them. They're the band that I alluded to earlier that has some songs that have some lyrics that probably need to be.
Yeah.
But
cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah.
Can we get the G version of those, please?
Yeah. And they're very much one of those bands that are really, I want to say this very delicately, very social justice minded.
Yeah.
And I understand that. They're a band that grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Right.
They're all African Americans, phenomenal musicians, but they come from the inner city and all the bad stuff that goes on there. But their songs are really transcendent of color. They're just a great rock band.
Right.
So when I went to see them, there's like maybe 2 or 3 black folks in the crowd, but everybody else is like guys my age, old white dudes.
Yeah. I'm sure.
We all got up and rocked out. But even I thought I would be one of the few guys there that would really, get them. Mm-hmm. I was so wrong. Yeah. I mean, there was so many dudes there singing all their lyrics,
right.
And then they would go out into the crowd and they would try to get the crowd into it, and it's 5:00,
right?
And people, it's not one of those we're going to stand up and get going to it, but it was great. I can't wait to see them again.
Yep. And then right after following them up is then Boys to Men.
I've seen them 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. It's the same concert every time.
Yeah, sure.
But it's great. They still got it, man.
Yeah. Now, the next band I'm going to say usually ends.
Yes.
Eat to the Beat.
Yeah.
And they've done that for years, and that's the big bad Voodoo Daddy.
Zoot, zoot, riot.
Epcot has just one more thing for you this year.
Oh, here's the biggie.
This will be the killer.
Yeah.
The killer show, I think.
This will be great.
Squeeze is coming.
Oh.
Black coffee in bed, pulling muscles from a shell. I saw them a long time ago in a far-off land. In New York City, I think it was on the pier. They used to have, I've probably said this before, concerts on the New York City pier. It was just a pier, and they had a stage on one end, and it just filled it with people. And usually sponsored by Bud Light.
Right.
And the beer was always flowing pretty freely there. And they really didn't check any IDs. But yeah, it was a great place. There weren't any seats. You just kind of went and kind of moshed all together.
Right.
As close to the stage as you could get. But yeah, they were great. Great.
I
like seeing them.
And
now that I can see them for free.
Right. I saw that name And I was like, "Are you freaking kidding?"
I know.
Tempted by the fruit.
And it was the picture that they were using to promote it too. I was
yeah.
like, wait, who are those guys? Wait, hold
Holy
on.
cow, that squeeze! Oh my god.
They're old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, they got gray hair and everything now. I'm like, what?
But it's their age finally matches their music because their music was like, that's got that nice laid back groove.
They I always sometimes when I was younger, almost kind of confuse them with the Jay Giles band.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they almost had the same kind of music.
Yeah, I could see
Sanctuary.
that.
Boom, 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 boom.
I can see that. Jay Giles is definitely.
I'd like to see Jay Giles come.
Well,
or Huey Lewis. I'd like to see Huey Lewis.
Great. Who for the Jay Giles band recently passed away? Was it Jay Giles?
Yeah, probably.
Recently passed away.
The other band, and we'll never see them, is the Boomtown Rats.
Ooh. Why will we not ever see them?
Because, what's his name? Oh, God, just ran out of my head. The guy who was the lead singer doesn't do that anymore.
Oh.
He don't sing no more.
He's not down with it?
No.
Not down with the BTR?
No, it's Giffen, Gilden, Gation.
Dave Geffen?
No.
Geldof?
Yeah, Geldof.
Oh, is it Bob Geldof?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Live Aid Bob Geldof?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he will not.
Yeah, he don't sing no more.
Yeah, he doesn't do
He's not going to get...
He doesn't do... Sir Bob Geldof? He doesn't do anything he doesn't want to do.
The other one I'd love to see is the Romantics.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's what I like about you.
Yeah. Who was the band that did I Hear the Secrets That You Keep? Oh
my God.
When you're talking in your sleep. You know who I would love to see?
I missed Tainted Love. I missed Berlin last year.
That was the other. Tainted Love.
Yeah, Berlin sung Tainted Love.
No.
Who sung Tainted Love?
Tainted Love was not Berlin. Take My Breath Away was Berlin.
Who sang Tainted Love?
Tainted Love
I'd love to see them.
Tommy. Is Tommy Tune?
No.
Now I feel I'm going to... That wasn't Berlin. Now you go... Okay, here we go. Right, we got to go to the Googles. I'll tell you who I would love to see while we're looking this up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is, if not Men at Work, Colin Hay.
Soft Cell.
I'd
love to see them.
Colin Hay, the lead singer from Men at Work, still does touring. Yeah, still does touring. The problem with him is he would be a storyteller, and he would only play like 2 songs, and then fill the rest of, which would be fascinating. Yeah. And he would probably not be the one that would be.
I think they should also do. I'm gonna call them secret bands. Like sneak Bruce Springsteen in for a set.
Oh my God.
You can't advertise it because the place would be a zoo, but if just some guy gets out there with a guitar, just happens to look like Bruce Springsteen, starts playing some stuff.
Right.
That's what I think that would be like. People would be like, "What?" And then it would be on the Twitter and like, poof.
Right.
Everybody would be.
Journey would be another band.
Journey would be good.
Would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would we like to see? Who else would be great?
Even some old country people like Charlie Daniels, I'd like to see.
Charlie Daniels would be amazing.
He's got some.
I would think
Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Molly Hatchet.
Yeah.
The Outlaws.
Yeah.
if we're gonna go, Ian Hunter.
Yeah.
Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson would be. I was gonna say Joe Jackson. I think that if you could control him a little bit. Sammy Hagar would be another great one. I mean, he's at that age where he could be mellow, but
even David Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth would be amazing if you can keep him under control.
David and Sammy.
Yeah. Oh God.
That would be a great show.
That would be phenomenal.
I don't know if they get along.
They don't. I don't think so.
But hey, listen, I'm back. I'm glad that he's back with Van Halen. David Lee Roth.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
There's a Tokyo Live album they put out. I think it's last year before, whatever.
Yeah.
It's great.
I wouldn't mind seeing I know they're not really doing well together now, but like either of the two sisters, probably Nancy because she's the voice of Heart.
Oh yeah.
Come in and do the music of Heart. That would be kind of neat.
Linda Ronstadt.
Oh my God, Linda Ronstadt would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. Jackson Brown. I mean, Jackson Brown would be amazing. I don't think that he would do Epcot, but I mean, we're dreaming.
Maybe so. Joe Cocker.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. I don't know. Is Joe alive? I don't know. Siri.
Let's go to the Twitters. Let's go to the
Siri. Joe Cocker alive?
So, who would you like to hear? Why don't you send us an email at Disney?
Is Joe Cocker alive?
DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
I didn't find anything.
Oh, well, there you go.
Is Joe Cocker alive?
Didn't find anything.
Okay.
Is Joe Cocker alive?
Okay, Siri.
Sorry, I'm unable to.
Okay, stop. Since we're on live, and
That's right.
and B, we're recording this.
Who else would I like to see?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he died in 2014.
Okay.
So I don't want to see Joe Cocker.
If you could bring him back from the dead, it'd be nice.
Dear Disney,
Yeah.
could you animate?
What do you know about bringing people back from the dead? Well, Walt needs some help, and then after you're done with that, bring back Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's the other guy I'm thinking of?
I don't
Bob
know.
Dylan.
Holy cats! There's no way we get Bob Dylan
Garth Brooks.
again. This is not
Carrie Underwear.
Stop. This is not. Hey, who do you want to hear? This is who could you get and want to hear? Because you have
Katy Perry.
Yeah, no.
Taylor Swift.
Honestly, I don't. God, Jesus Christ, you don't get this game. I don't know if I want to see Katy Perry. She's gone on this whole album.
Yeah.
She's
out there.
The Illuminati got her hard, man. She's screwed up.
The stuff that she talks about, I'm like, what the hell is she talking about?
Yeah, she's kind of nutty. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. So, who do you want to see? What old great band, rock, country, pop? I'm just trying to think of other great pop bands that you could get that are still around. That would be.
Yeah, I'd have to go back to like the one-hit wonders.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because
they're the only ones that want to play.
Yeah, because I start throwing out names like
but they treat these bands fairly well. I know Chad keeps talking about KC. Keeps trying to convince KC. The problem with KC is they got like 16 people in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chad thinks he can get the 16 people on the stage. It's just there's then no room to move. And will Disney pay for 16 people plus their families?
Right.
Because usually Disney allows them to bring some family. I mean, 16 people and everybody brings 2. Now we're up to like what? 72 people.
Right. When you're looking at like
we're talking
like
a whole
Tiffany,
floor of a hotel.
Tiffany married to one of her musicians.
Yeah.
Or you look at Boys to Men. There's 3 of them, and
I mean, even Night Ranger. That was like 5 people. Plus
Starship's
their families.
the same way.
Yeah. Plus their family.
I'm sure though with bands like Starship, Mickey Thomas gets whatever he wants.
Sure.
And then the band has to.
Yeah. I know Night Ranger. They loved it. They loved coming down here. First of all, they were shocked that Disney asked.
Right.
And second, they were like, "Yeah, hell yeah, we'll play." I think for them, for the bands, they get to take their family to Disney. Mm-hmm. Which a lot of them do. Mm-hmm. If who was it? Blues Traveler ended their tour at Epcot.
Nice.
So they didn't really have their family in tow because they were on tour. But I think a lot of these older bands like Night Ranger, they're not really touring 365 days a year anymore.
Right.
They're doing a date a month.
Right.
Just to keep the groove going and the paycheck flowing.
Well, guys like Sister Hazel the same way. They do little small tours, but I'm sure they're all based out of Florida here.
And my thing too, if you've never done one of these things, you have to do it, because if you look at this list, I mean, all right, back in the day, I probably paid $15 to go see Squeeze, but now if I'd go see him at the Amway, it would probably cost me $75. And I'm not going to get this intimate experience with only like 1,200 people.
Right.
I mean, I could sit in the back and still see the band's faces. I don't need a telescope.
Right.
I'm not sitting in the third tier on the Amway going, what is that small little dot down? Oh, that's the drummer. Okay. You know, so I think seeing these bands in Epcot is a great experience. Even if you don't like them and you don't want to sit, just stand in the back.
Right.
Just stand, in the back there with a beer and a cocktail or whatever, a piece of food, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And you can still hear and listen. It's certainly, it's loud enough you can hear them, by Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
So...
And it's great, especially for some of the nostalgia acts. Like Squeeze. We're going to be like losing our mind over Squeeze. And Sister Hazel and Living Color. Yeah. Whenever I hear any of the Living Color stuff, I go back till I'm 25, 26. Yeah. And just...
Yeah. You could do any of the dining packages now.
Yeah.
You could do breakfast, lunch, or dinner now. So if you have breakfast at one of the places, you get then a reserved seat for the show. Which is usually in the center, down up front, which is great. We should do that for Squeeze.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, maybe go to like Via Napoli or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Grab some pizza.
Grab a little pizza and go to Squeeze.
Then we get a box of pizza to go, and we can sit there and eat and watch Squeeze.
Or we can go to the outside place, order pizza
if it's open.
Yeah, well, there's that.
It's periodical and sporadical.
Yeah. So, are they still doing the same times?
The times, let me pull them up real quick. They are still 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m.
So that means they push Illuminations back till 9:30, 9:15, 9:30.
Yeah.
And that runs from last week of September all the way through...
It starts August 31st.
Whoops.
August 31st and doesn't end until November 13th.
Oh, my God. That's...
August, September, October, November. That's 4 months of concerts.
Wow.
So if you can't make it out for somebody on this list, shame on you.
For shame. For
shame on you.
And don't forget, in September... Magical Dining.
Magical Dining, right.
So you're going to be spending a lot of time and a lot of money.
Yeah, so what? All right, so in September, Hooters, Baha Men, Fuel, Starship, Lauren Alaina, Plain White Tea, Sister Hazel, Air Supply, David Cook, Everclear, Sugar Ray, 38 Special, and Mark Willis are all out.
Several of those I could do without.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a shame.
Well, we got a lot coming up for... Epcot's Eat to the
And we
Beat.
do have to say the lineup is subject to change,
and
that's at Disney and the band's discretion, I'm sure.
Yeah, because last year they had, or was it last year or the year before, they had Rick Springfield listed, and
he didn't make it.
Yeah, no, and somebody else, like the OJs or somebody stepped in, like...
No, the OJs, that's not bad.
I can't remember who it was, but it was not
And
Rick
last year I
Springfield.
missed it again, Bachman Turner Overdrive. BTO. Missed them again last year.
They were there?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, maybe you want to tell us who your favorite band is, you can certainly leave us a message here in the comments, or you can shoot us an email at disneyparkspodcast@gmail.com. And is there anything else you want to say about the Eat to the Beat concert?
32 musical acts this year.
Amazing. Unbelievable.
Well, that's a topic for a whole nother podcast.
Yep.
The day that this happens, like 6 months out of the year, right? We're up to 4. They only have to add 2 more, and then it's half the year.
Well, there you go. Then it'll be Flower and Garden Festival, and then
6 months.
No.
And Food and Wine 6 months.
No. Flower and Garden Festival for 4 months. 2 months of summer,
the art festival
in summer, and then it'll be Food and Wine Festival, then Christmas.
Yeah,
that's what'll happen. That'd be great. All right. Well, other than that, my friends, I guess we'll
see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. One you wish upon a star,